Naruto Sasuke! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what is up? The King of Lightning here today, bringing you guys and gals Naruto Shippuuden, episode 424 review. As always, there'll be a link in the box below. Now listen, this episode, man, the reason why I'm reviewing it is because the episode itself made leaps in the story, and there are a lot of parts that are very significant. Therefore, I think it's worth reviewing based on that and that alone. But aside from that, the pacing was fine, but the animation was not good. It was so far from good. Definitely one of the worst. Okay, well, not one of the worst, but it was pretty bad in of itself, okay? We've seen a lot better in Naruto. And it really does upset me that scenes that deserve good animation don't get good animation. For example, Naruto taking the magma, Son, Goku, chakra, making the magma core Rasen Shuriken, and he cuts the Shinju in half. That was a very, honestly, in my personal opinion, that scene was animated very poorly. Very poorly. And it's not as bad as the last episode of Dragon Ball Super. Goku versus Beerus. Oh my god, yo, that was Toei's. Oh, Toei, man. That was a debacle of epic proportions. Oh, good night. But I've been noticing how some of these series that are ongoing, they've been getting like shit animation, man. Like it's amazing. Like, what is going on here? And the animation is honestly, like, there are a few scenes that deserve the same tier of animation as Kakashi versus Obito, and they're not getting it. And that bugs me a lot. Every Madara Limbo scene should be fucking fantastic, and they're not. Every scene involving Naruto's skills and Sasuke's new skills, those should be on point, but they're not. The best scene, honestly, in the episode was when Naruto had the Magnet Rasengan with Shikaku's chakra. It looks pretty damn beastly. But that one scene where not only do they do their collide attack and, Madara, like, Sasuke manipulates Madara in a way where Madara winds up there, and so they do the Chidori Rasengan thing. That scene was really bad. And then, honestly, I think it was bad. And then beforehand, one scene almost gave me a fucking seizure. And I'm not seizure prone. And that was when Madara does his shadow style lightning or thunder light ray thing. And it's just flashing purple constantly. I'm like, oh god. Whoa. Like, it was bad, man. It was bad. But moving on, aside from the animation, the pacing, the story progression was, I think, fairly good, honestly. Fairly good, because aside from the character development, which essentially is just Naruto saving my guy from the previous episode, from the previous canon episode, not the filler bullshit, which does not help Guy's character in the slightest. Not at all. And it's supposed to elevate Naruto's character, but instead he becomes Kid Jesus. And it actually downgrades his character even more. It really does. Like, Naruto, the current Naruto is so far removed from what he stood for back in part 1, it's mind-numbing. But I've talked about it way too much. Here's the thing. In all honesty, the story progression was there. You have Madara, after the Shinju's cut in half. Well, first of all, my guy saved, number 1. Number 2, the Shinju's cut in half by the new attack of Naruto. So you see the power of Naruto. And he takes in Madara, the Shinju. And when he does so, he hears a voice beforehand. So that voice is, very ominous. And when he takes it in, we see the image of Kaguya's eyes. We see the two Byakugans, and then we see the Sharingan on the forehead. So that obviously is telling the viewer something specific about what just happened. Alright? And someone, I shouldn't say who, but I think it's pretty obvious, but someone is now a player in the game. Someone is now a major player in the game. So that's very important to know. And it hints at that very strongly. Then, obviously, we have Sasuke come in after he helps Tobirama. And it's Naruto and Sasuke with their new powers. Naruto looking very well, basically his new, let's call them Astra powers, all right? His new Astra powers, and Sasuke with his new Indra powers, all right? His Sharingan and whatnot. And Madara delivers a new style of attack called the Limbo. Now, the Limbo is dope, and he did it beforehand. But we're actually, because remember when Sasuke, at what point, when he tried and stabbed Madara, and then what Madara did was some weird thing with the Rinnegan, and Sasuke was like floating there. It was assumed that Madara manipulated gravity somehow, but now it looks like there was actually another Madara, an alternate Madara in a, I guess, another dimension or another layer of existence that exists on the planet or in the verse itself, called the Limbo. And Madara has an alternate version of himself in this Limbo reality that he can use for a period of time, like a few seconds or a minute, I don't know, and then it goes away. And then he can keep on reusing the Limbo. So this, to me, I think is actually a very cool concept. The fact that there is like this alternate world, this alternate reality that exists upon the Naruto world itself. Therefore, there are probably alternate versions of other characters, of all the characters that exist in the Limbo world. And it's unfortunate that Kishimoto himself probably is not going to dive deeper into this, because it's a very neat concept. So for what it is, I like it, but the potential is going to be squandered away. There's just, you know, it is what it is. Now, moving on, again, you see the attacks of Naruto and Sasuke and you know, working together, even when they just have brand spanking new powers. Even when you have Sasuke pulling out some weird teleportation stuff, and then you have Kid Jesus doing whatever. They're still working in unison. They still have that good cohesion as a team, if you would, quote unquote team. Because I mean, among all the teams there, we know that Team 7 is the most dysfunctional piece of shit team. Though, when they do finally work together and they pin down Madara and they think that they're good, no. He actually replaces himself with the Limbo version. He flies off and he grabs Kakashi's eye mid-flight. Like, nigga, focus. Yeah. Grabs that eye and puts it in. These guys, they exchange eyes like they do fucking groceries. Like, oh, this apple's bad? Fuck it. Put it back in the damn bin. Let's grab a new apple. Like, seriously. Like, oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, dude. Dude. Like, it's nuts, man. Like, honestly, I don't think I know of a single series that treats eyes in the same way as Naruto, where they're just easily replaceable, alright? Like, oh, my laptop's broken. Well, let me just go grab a new laptop. Like, nigga, what? Like the same concept for eyes is nuts, but whatever. And it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get a lot worse later on when Kid Jesus comes in and you're like, ah, oh, fuck, no way. You think what he did to my guy was bad? Oh, wait till he... Oh, my God! So he gets cut in half by Sasuke. Sasuke, he's fast now because he's teleporting and do some weird shit. Cuts him in half. Doesn't matter. Because now that he's taken into Shinju, he is essentially immortal. Alright? Nigh immortal, essentially immortal, whatever he is. Alright? And even when he's cut in half, he doesn't, you know, he's not really fazed by it. He goes to the Kami dimension. And you have Sakura there, of course. Like, Obito, take out the Rinnegan. Take it. Do it. Bitch. Really? Like, just fucking lunge. If I was there, Obito was like, yo, King, I'm like, fucking, hell yeah. Fuck you, man. No. Okay, so whatever. That was annoying, and for the most part, it's basically throw the rod at Sakura, and that's where the episode ends. So again, it makes leaps in the story, obviously, with the new powers of Sasuke, with the whole Limbo thing. That's dope. How he is now taken into Shinju. So the Shinju, its body is no longer there as a tree, but now it's at Madara. Madara was talking to someone, or someone gave him directions. You see the island of Kaguya, the rabbit goddess, and it's like, whoa, okay. That's something big, obviously. And my guy's alive, which sucks, but it is what it is. And that's really it. So the story made a lot of leaps, and that's, you know, no doubt about it. So overall, the story, so the episode of itself is okay. It's an okay episode with one main section being fairly good and the rest are meh at best. So that's it. King Lightning, rate the video, comment, subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice goddamn day.